welcome back to another episode. For those who already know me, thanks for coming back, and for those who don't, my name's Daryl and I'm the owner of Crystal Clear Polishing. So in this episode we're going to be working on this absolutely stunning Porsche Carrera. This is a GTS. We're going to be ceramicing the wheels, the calipers, the paint, the glass and the soft top as well. So we've got it all going on here. We're on the rear here, you've got the piano black bit with all the little fins on it. We're going to take that off to polish the piano black because it's quite badly marred and there's no other way of doing it. So we're going to take that off, polish that up properly. I have noticed that there is a few little marks here and there. There's a scratch on the back which we're going to order some paint in for, and there's a couple of little stone chips on the front as well. So we're going to get those addressed. As always, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comments. You can reach out to us on our Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, emails, website, submission form, pretty much any way. You can send us a pigeon if you want as well, and I'll send it back. But yeah, as always, detailing done properly. My name's Daryl. Sit back, relax, and let me do all the hard work. Right, so in this pump spray bottle, I've got some citrus pre-wash. I'm not going to use snow foam on this because ideally I don't need to because it's already relatively clean. So I'm going to give it a spray over with the pre-wash, and then once I've done that we'll go over the shampoo, dry the vehicle off, leave it to dry for a little bit, blow all the edges and everything out, and then we're all good to go. So a little bit of information on the car. This apparently has had the G-Technics Platinum package on it from the dealer. Now there is something on the paint, you can see that, because it's trying to bead. Bearing in mind this car is less than, I don't know, 6-7 months old, maybe a year. This is pretty poor, to be honest. This is not what I would class as beading. Unfortunately I won't be able to show you ours because obviously once we've done it, it can't be washed for 2 weeks. But if I can get any footage, I'll insert it here. The vehicle's clean. I'm going to get it on the ramps, we're going to dry it off, and then we're going to get the blower out and blow around all the gaps and everything to get any excess water out. Once we've done that, I'm going to start taking a few bits off that I need to take off, which are the number plates, because I've got a little repair to do on the back, and I'm also going to take the fins off on the back as well and take them apart so I can polish the piano black as I previously mentioned. Vehicle's now clean, so I'm going to dry it off. We use a microfiber drying towel. We don't use chamois or anything like that, or blades and things. Or made me feel sick just there saying that word. So these are really good. You just got to get them damp first. Once they're damp, then you can literally just throw them on and drag them off. Obviously this is only half of the drying stage because I still need to go over it with the blower to blow everything out the gaps. So I will have to go back over with the towel again. And yes, you can use a drying towel to dry a soft top, or at least remove most of the excess water. You want to make sure you haven't got a really fluffy towel, otherwise you'll end up leaving lint everywhere, which is really annoying. Next on the agenda, we're going to remove this panel here. So we're going to take these off of this, and then we'll be left with the piano black Reason being is it's quite swirly in the grooves. I don't know how well you can see that. Well, it's not too bad. They do get progressively worse. So naturally, we're going to want to sand in between these gaps, polish in between these gaps, which you're not going to be able to do with them as they are. So I'm going to take this off, and then we can take it apart, polish that bit, put it all back together again. So to remove this, there's a little rubber bung just there, and there should be an 8 or a 10mm bolt. But to take these off, it's quite easy. Like I said, there's a bung just there. You take the 10mm nut off, and then these literally just pop out. You've got to be careful, but there we go. Then we unplug this from there, and we leave the cable out. So that is the rear light disconnect. Right, so these two top bolts is a T27. Right, so now we've popped this side off, we're going to work on this side, so very, very gently. Just want to do it a little bit at a time. There we go. Right, so now we've removed that, obviously we can take all the fins out and polish those. It also gives us a nice area here so we can polish these bits, so even if you were to look down in the angles, and they'd all be polished and coated. So that makes for a better finish. Another important part of the job is masking up these rubbers. We don't want to be polishing on them. I would say this one's already been polished on because it's lost the smooth texture, but this is why we say detailing done properly. So I'm going to tape up these rubbers, obviously on the other side, all the plastics along the bottom and on the front bumper. This just allows us to safely get to the edge of every single panel, and for as long as it takes. You got to be mad not to do it. So another important thing as well is the fabric. Obviously we need to polish to this edge, so I'm going to run some masking tape along the edge of the fabric so then none of our compound gets onto the fabric. To make sure that you've got a good quality tape and that the soft top is dry, because if this is wet it'll pull the adhesive, especially if you've got cheap tape, and then you'll have masking tape adhesive on your fabric. Now we've removed the rear panel, I'm going to take every single one of these fins off, which is going to allow me to get into these gaps to machine polish. I know it seems a little bit extreme, but obviously here, detailing done properly, I want to get into everything. So I've put some brand new cloths down so we don't scratch anything or mark anything. Basically every single one has two little clips on one side, you pop them out and then you take them out. So I'm going to stack them all over here so we know the order they came off in. And there is our very delicate piano black piece. So I'll be polishing this on the bench. So obviously this is just the holder, we get rid of that. for the moment. So with this, I'm going to use the small machine. I'm going to polish up along this edge and then come along and return. Like I said, I'm going to do it on the bench so it's not being bent or anything like that, so it'd be safe because that is very delicate. There we go. So that's all done. I'm going to put the cloths back down and then we put it all back together again. There we go. So now that's all back together again. We'll get that back on the car and then the whole entire thing's ready for ceramics. So I've never understood this. We've got a number plate holder which is bolted to the car, and then whoever's put longer screws than the plate holder in there. So now we're going to have the holes from the number plate and the plate holder in the front bumper. These screws should be half the size of that, so they only go into the plate holder. Doing away with the screws, we're putting some very, very nice plates on here, which I personally have never seen before. They're like plastic plates with aluminium behind them, which is really cool. So out with the old and in with the new. Obviously they won't be going on just yet. So you've got these two holes here, and people go and, usually the dealership to be honest with you, go and whack long screws through, which go straight through the plate holder into the front bumper. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So that's the original holes for the plate holder. And then there's 3 additional holes on each side, so 6 holes total, where they've screwed straight through the plate holder and into the front bumper. So the car's all prepped polish wise, everything's ready to go. I'm going to remove all the masking tape now in preparation for the ceramic. We're going to do the ceramic tomorrow. I've got a couple of tiny little stone chips to deal with. But they're so small, there's not really going to be any sanding or anything involved. It's just going to be a case of touching them up. I've ordered some needle bottles, so hopefully we can keep the paint within the chip and then it shrink back the same height. Reason being, on the back you've got the number plate recess and it's literally right on that edge, so it's quite dangerous to be polishing and sanding there. So hopefully I can make a good job of the mess that's on there at the moment. Got a couple of little chips here we're going to play with as well, but I'm going to peel all the tape off and then the car's ready for ceramic. Here we are, it's time for ceramics. So we're going to use the Wax is Dead Supreme. This is a 5-year coating. I'm going to be using this on the paint, the glass and the wheels. The humidity at the moment should be good. We're at 60% humidity and 20 degrees temperature, which is perfect. So I'm going to crack on with this, and as I do, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching. This is Detailing Done Properly. So the product I'm using now is the Wax is Dead Cleaner. This is an IPA based product which removes any oils, residues or anything left from the polishing stage. Now the ceramic is on the paintwork and the glass, it's time to do the wheels. So I'm going to get the vehicle up in the air. Once we're up in the air, we're going to take the wheels off, get them cleaned again, get them ceramicked, and also we'll be ceramic in the calipers. The paint will be arriving today to do the chips, well, the marks on the back. I know obviously I've just ceramics, but where the number plate sits I haven't coated because we'll also be taping them on as well. So I'll fix the damage, polish that out, then we can get the number plates on and then ceramic the whole area. Right, so now the wheels off, we get them cleaned and we get them ceramicked. So we've already cleaned the wheels, so I'm just going to go over them with the pre-cleaner and then they're ready for ceramic. So as you can see, there's a bit of damage just here. Because of this area, we've got these edges and obviously the groove. I'm not going to do any sanding on this. So I'm going to put the initial bit of paint in and we're going to let that dry back. But for this, I have ordered a needle because obviously you can see how small this is. I'll be better off just trying to fill it a little bit at a time, like this. Then I will put a big blob on there like we normally do and then sanding it back because there's absolutely no way we're going to get that perfect. At least with this we can get it the right colour and it'd be minimalistic, but it should be absolutely fine. Now all the paint and the glass is ceramics, all that's left to do is the soft top. I'm going to do that now and we're going to use a Nanolex product, which is the soft top protector. Basically you just spray it on, wipe it in and then remove any leftovers. It's important that we wipe anything off that gets on the paint immediately. Obviously the wheels are back on now as you've just seen, so I'm going to get on with that and then the vehicle's all done.